Welcome to Olympic National Park. Come explore with me as I hike through the Hoh Rainforest, climb up Mount Storm King, soak in the beautiful coastline views, and hike the best trails in the park. I just arrived at the Hoh Rainforest. I'm about to head out on the Hall of Mosses trail. I didn't even make it out of the parking lot and already had an impressive wildlife display. I loved seeing these elk and listening to the sounds that they make. I'm heading out on the Hall of Mosses trail, which is supposed to be the best trail in the Hoh Rainforest. I got here really early. It's only about 5:30 because it gets really crowded here really quick. This trail is short and sweet. It's only 1.1 miles with 82 feet of elevation gain, but the views are supposed to be pretty iconic. The Hall of Mosses Trail is the most popular trail in the Hoh Rainforest, and in July of 2025, almost 72,000 people hiked here. I wasn't sure if this place would live up to the hype, but it definitely did. The scenery around me was amazing. I felt like this place wasn't even real. Handstand or it didn't happen, right? The Hoh Rainforest is the largest temperate rainforest in the contiguous United States. This place is pretty magical. It's really impressive to walk around here and see all the moss and ferns all over all of the surfaces. One thing that I learned about this place is it gets 12 to 14 feet of rain every year, which I think is absolutely crazy. Another cool thing I learned about the Hoh Rainforest is that some of the trees here are over 1,000 years old. That is pretty amazing. If you plan on hiking in the Hoh Rainforest, make sure you bring bug spray. The humidity is pretty high and there were a lot of mosquitoes while I was hiking. Bug spray was definitely a savior for me on this trail. Just finished the Hall of Mosses trail, heading out on the Spruce Trail next. This trail is another short one. It is 1.4 miles with only 16 feet of elevation gain. So if you're looking for an easy one, this trail is calling your name. One thing that's really impressive about Olympic National Park is that it is almost 1 million acres. So this park is huge and it's also very diverse. There are glacier-capped mountains, there are rainforests, and there's also 70 miles of coastline. So after I leave the rainforest, going to check out some beaches, but it's amazing how much you could see in one national park. If you take a slight detour off of the trail, you can walk all the way up to the Hoh River. And if you're here at sunrise, get a pretty epic sunrise view also. This is amazing. Olympic National Park is one of the most visited national parks in the country. I think it gets about 3 million visitors a year, and I can definitely see why. If you haven't come here yet, you need to come here. Look how tall this tree is. This is insane. Heading out on my third trail of today, and it's only 7 a.m. That's pretty cool. This trail is the Hoh River Trail. It's 17.5 miles. I'm definitely not doing the whole trail, but my plan is to walk out to the river, hopefully get some cool views, and then head back and onto the coastline. What's really funny is that everyone tells you to go to the Hall of Mosses trail and it's ranked super high, but honestly I think the best views I've seen in the Hoh Rainforest are on this trail. So even if you don't hike the whole 17.5 miles, I definitely recommend doing this trail. If you're looking for mossy covered trees, there are a ton of them here and the views are pretty incredible. Just made it back to the Hoh River. If you want to hike this trail to the river and back, it was a little over a mile to get to the river, so not too far, and you get amazing mossy covered tree views and this amazing river.
I feel really thankful that I was able to spend my birthday in Olympic National Park. As many of you know, I've been fighting stage 4 ovarian cancer since September 2022. Getting older isn't always fun, but when you have cancer, you become grateful for every day you're alive. Whether you have cancer or not, I think it's important to live your life to the fullest because you never know when your last day might be.
Headed back to the parking lot now. Time to check out some beautiful beaches.
The Hoh Rainforest was truly magical, and I had a wonderful experience here. It's definitely worth the trip, just make sure you get here early. When I left, the parking lot was full and there was a huge line of cars by the entrance booth waiting to get in.
I am heading out on the trail to Second Beach right now. This is a 2.2 mile trail with 291 feet of elevation gain. Shouldn't be too hard. I heard that sometimes you can see otters in the water here, so fingers crossed that I can see some otters from the beach. One thing I do want to note about this trail is that whether you paid the entrance fee to Olympic National Park or you have the America the Beautiful pass, you still have to pay to park at Second Beach. It's $10.45 to park here, so I think that's a little bit ridiculous that you have to pay a parking fee on top of the national park fee, but it is what it is. Hopefully the beach will be well worth it. Just got my first glimpse of the beach. I am almost there. Pretty excited. This beach is absolutely amazing. My friend Judy told me to come here, so thank you, Judy. This is stunning.
Beautiful is an understatement. I can't believe how gorgeous Second Beach is. I could have easily spent all day here soaking up the views.
Unfortunately, I didn't see any otters. I waited a while for them to come out, but no luck today. It's okay. I'm going to head to Ruby Beach next, and then hopefully to check out the Tree of Life.
I didn't wind up going to Ruby Beach because it was really crowded, but I did make it to the Tree of Life. It was a little underwhelming, but still cool to see in person.
I hate to say it, but the Tree of Life was a little bit disappointing. I'm here in 2026 and it's not dangling anymore. It's pretty much all the way down. I mean, it's cool to see, but I wouldn't go out of your way to come here if you're not close. It is 5:20 in the morning and I am headed out on the Mount Storm King Trail. This is supposed to be the best trail in the park. I am super excited. It's supposed to be a hard one. It's ranked as strenuous. It is 4.4 miles with 2,142 feet of elevation gain, but the views from the top are supposed to be pretty incredible. Let's go. Only about a mile in, already down to a tank top. This trail is very steep. One unique feature of this trail is that there are a few rope sections a little further up. The national park only maintains this trail up to a certain point, and when you get to the unmaintained section, it's a little rocky and sketchy, and there's some ropes you can use to climb up. So I'm excited for that. I brought my gloves that I wore for Half Dome if I need a little help. I saw a lot of trail suggestions said to bring gloves, but hopefully it's not too sketchy. I'm excited to get there.
The trailhead for Mount Storm King is by the Storm King Ranger Station. If you're staying in Port Angeles, it's about a 30-minute drive to get here. This is also where the trail to Marymere Falls begins, and you'll see that waterfall later in this video. If you want to watch a more detailed video of this trail, tap the link in the corner or click on the link in the description. This trail was so epic, it deserved its own video.
I'm not even to the top yet. And look at this view. Wow. That is incredible. Made it to the end of the maintained trail. Things are gonna get pretty sketchy.
I hiked this trail exactly 1 week after my 27th round of chemo. It usually takes me about a week to recover from each treatment, and I'm really thankful I was healthy enough to hike and do what I love. I had to hike a little slower than usual, but hiking slow is definitely better than not hiking at all. Like I always say, cancer.
Probably a little hard to see on the GoPro, but I just made it to the first rope section. If you didn't bring gloves, you were in luck because there's a pile of gloves right at the bottom.
I wasn't sure what to expect when I got to the ropes. I had read conflicting reviews about this section of the trail. Some people said it was really dangerous, and other people claimed the ropes were unnecessary. I absolutely loved climbing the ropes. I thought it was a fun little challenge to make it to the top. I'm also a little bit of a daredevil, so it takes a lot to get me nervous. If you're in decent hiking shape and wear good hiking boots and climbing gloves, I think you should be okay. However, if you're not comfortable with heights, steep terrain, and loose rocks, this might not be for you. Keep in mind that you can still see amazing views of Crescent Lake and the surrounding area even if you don't climb the ropes. The ropes are not maintained by the park system, but I will say that the ropes felt sturdy when I was here and I felt confident using them. Keep in mind that you have to go down the same ropes you climb up, so make sure you're ready for that adventure before you begin climbing. I also suggest getting here early so you don't have to wait for a line of people at the ropes.
I just made it past the rope section. That was so much fun. I would say the first 2 ropes, you do need to use them. There's a lot of rocks that are sliding as you're climbing up, so you definitely want something to hold on to in case you slide. After that, there's a few more ropes that you don't really need to use, in my opinion, but I guess it's nice to have them there. But man, the views of Crescent Lake are getting better and better as I'm hiking up, so I am super excited to get to the top. Just kidding, there's more rope. Almost to the top. Officially made it to the top of Mount Storm King. How epic is this view? I honestly think this might be one of my all-time favorite hikes, and that is a big statement coming from me. Check out these views.
The views from the top of Mount Storm King are jaw-dropping. You can see a bird's eye view of the beautiful blue Crescent Lake and also the Olympic Mountains, the San Juan Islands, and Vancouver Island. This is a tough hike, but it's worth the effort.
Check out this view. Just to put things into perspective for you guys, the parking lot is all the way down there. One last view from the top. I'm probably gonna put my GoPro away so I can make it down safely without falling, but this trail also connects to Marymere Falls, so I will get some clips from the waterfall when I get down. I finished the Mount Storm King trail. Now I'm making my way up to Marymere Falls. This is a 90-foot waterfall, and from the pictures I've seen, It looks pretty cool, so I'm excited to get up there and see it. Made it to the waterfall. This is pretty amazing. Check out this waterfall! If you do the Mount Storm King Trail, I highly recommend checking out Marymere Falls when you get back to the bottom. It's not much more effort to get there, and it's pretty awesome. I just made it back to lake level of Crescent Lake. This lake is absolutely stunning. It's actually the second deepest lake in the state of Washington. I think the maximum depth is 624 feet, so that is crazy. I can't believe that I was just looking at this lake from a bird's eye view. It is beautiful from every angle.
I've been to 57 national parks and hiked so many trails in my lifetime, but I can honestly say the Mount Storm King Trail is one of my all-time favorites. Climbing the ropes was a blast, and the views from the trail are absolutely stunning. It took me a little over 3 hours to hike Mount Storm King in Marymere Falls, and all trails logged me at 6.5 miles.
All right, I am headed out on my second trail of today. I tried to go to Silduck Falls, but the parking lot was full and the overflow was full, so no can do. But I'm headed out on the Hurricane Hill via Hurricane Ridge Trail. This trail is 3.5 miles with 803 feet of elevation gain. It's an out and back, it's ranked as moderate, and the best thing about this trail is that it is paved. This trail is pretty crowded, but I could definitely see why. The views on the way up are pretty spectacular, but I'm very excited to get to the top. Supposedly there are panoramic views of the Olympic Range, the Puget Sound, and Vancouver Island, so that should be pretty awesome. Just a word of advice, definitely bring bug spray for this trail. It is very buggy. It's hard to see on this video, but there is a bear all the way down the hill. Hi, Mr. Bear.
This was the only bear I saw during my entire time in Olympic National Park, and I'm thankful I was able to see one from a very safe distance. I had to zoom all the way in on my phone to see this bear, but it was pretty cool to watch him for a while.
To see it in this video, but Mount Baker is all the way off in the distance. I just checked out both viewpoints and now I'm headed to the top of Hurricane Hill. Almost there. View from the top of Hurricane Hill. I just made it to the top of Hurricane Hill and I have to say the view from both of the viewpoints is better, so you can come up here but stay down below for the better picture opportunities. Alright, I took about 9 million pictures and videos from the top. Time to head back down. I gotta say, if you are on a time crunch in Olympic National Park and you only have time to do one trail, I would choose this one. It's not too hard, it's paved, and the views the entire way are absolutely phenomenal. There's a deer on the side of the trail. Just wrapping up the trail now. If you have the chance to do that trail, definitely do it. It is pretty epic. I need to go get some food now because I am starving.
My 2 days in Olympic National Park were beyond incredible. I've been to almost all of the national parks in the US, and this one easily falls among my top 10 favorites. If you haven't been here yet, add it to your list. Thank you so much for watching. It truly means the world to me. Please don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel and Instagram at wondermich so you don't miss any of my upcoming adventures.